The smoother it is, the quicker water will run off.
Mm-hmm.
The rougher it is, the slower, but then you'll get algae and mosses. What are the things that you're happy to tolerate?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, not necessarily like because here in the project it's more like these openings and all of these things, but like the thing that I learned about the barks is the shape. It's have a purpose, like an adaptative purpose. So I'm just thinking about the like why I cannot copy the like some of the shapes and of the geometry of the bark and try to make like for in clay, like textures, more like textures.
Then the thing to think about, the same thing still applies. You have your textures, which is a literal reference. You've used the tree as a mould. What are the implications of the texture? What does that...
Because, like, for example, something that I remember about these textures is not... Because I'm trying to see the texture not just as a geometry. Instead of this, is more like why this shape is related with this adaptation of the environment. So imagine, no, that have like like some of layers, no, of barks. So that to get like some shadows part, and this shadow part make like a microclimate inside and make that this balance of the temperature just with the geometry. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, so that was really interesting. So it's not just replicate the geometry, it's to understand that geometry has a like it's an adaptative way, no, that the bark find. So that like try to do like the same thing but with the clay. Why? Because the clay can allow me to make this kind of shapes and this kind of textures, no?
This landscape.
Yeah. Sorry?
This landscape.
What?
Well, you're making a landscape in the clay because it's a microclimate.
Yes.
Then I think it'd be really interesting to see some very beautiful cross-sectional drawings of the bark. In great detail.
That you mentioned that. Like check like in a very micro scale, no, like the barks.
Yeah.
And try to replicate. Thank you. that that information and create like a shape for the clay, no?
Well, you've got a technically interesting problem because if you cut a section through a very complex bark like this, that is undercut.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of undercuts. That is a great, nice problem for mould making.
Yes.
I would take some sections through different barks.
Okay.
And really, really draw it.
Yeah.
What are the shapes that repeat? Because it's not random.
Yeah.
It's an adaptation. So there will be a set that looks smooth there and undercut there. Is the wind coming from this direction? So what are the stresses that are promoting that shape or another shape locally.
Okay. Okay.
So I think an analysis of the bark really seriously as a landscape, as a section,
Yeah.
and then really think about how to replicate it. But if air moved across this surface or water ran down it, what are the implications? What does this form do? It's going to cause a turbulence. What does turbulence around the tree mean?
Yes. Yeah. Right.
You could make a tiny wind tunnel and pump some smoke in it and just see what happens.
Ah, yeah. To have that.
Yeah, just to see.
I can see. Yeah.
I think it's really exciting, but it to do a proper analysis of what's happening to turbulence locally at the boundary.
Okay.
I think it's really exciting. I think it could be really beautiful, but it's a very precise
Yes.
knowledge you need from the bark.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. Maybe it's like maybe if I try to connect that all this information with the clay, maybe it's so it's try to push in something that maybe doesn't have much sense.
Well, you can look at the tree bark at that scale, but maybe the ceramics are at that scale, so they're larger. But there is something happening with the system. There is some advantage to the very local climate by having that sort of profile.
Okay.
But I would look at turbulence around bark. I think there'll be something interesting there.
Yeah, and as you mentioned the last time that make a research not only like in a different heights.
Yes, height is essential.
Yes.
Broadly, there are 7 layers in a forest. As a rough way of banding it, but different heights are essential.
Yeah, I can work with a drone or something to get
Yeah,
different.
I saw some batteries in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Look like some batteries for a DJI 3. I'm going to have to run.
Okay, yeah.
But
sure.
really go into detail on that because
Okay.
it's fascinating.
Okay.
See if there's any. There will be. See if you can get some fluid dynamic reports on bark. What happens when air blows over it?
Yeah. When is your next visit?
I think it's next week, but I'll know tomorrow.
Next week?
Yeah.
Next week, but when? Monday? Because
No,
Monday is
Monday's,
the jury.
It might be the week after. Kate sent me a schedule.
Okay.
But I've got to go through it. But I'll let you guys know by Friday.
Okay. Can you send an email? Yeah, to be more
Yes, it'll be.
prepare for the next tutorial.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's a really neat project. It's the precision with which you understand the bark.
Yeah.
That's where the excitement is.
Thank you.